Advanced Discount South Florida Fair tickets are filled with fun and make great gifts.
South Florida Fair discount tickets are on sale now at Publix and online at southfloridafair.com. Fair opens January 17th in West Palm Beach.
Does your business leave a lasting impression? Attractive, eye-catching signs help you stand out from the crowd and create a strong brand identity. Our team at Signorama West Palm are experts in helping your business get noticed and get effective signage in front of your potential customers. Our team can turn your blank windows or plain vehicles into money-making branding machines by drawing customers' attention to your business. So if you're looking to leave that lasting impression, call us 561-687-7993 or visit signoramawpb.com.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
The Club at Lost Lake, a championship Fazio design golf course in Hope Sound. Golf and social memberships are now available with no waiting list and immediate access. The course and club will see over $10 million in capital improvements and is one of the best private club values in the area. Experience the beauty and challenge of this renowned course for yourself. Enjoy year-round access to exclusive amenities and events. Visit clublostlake.com to schedule a visit today. Don't miss out on this incredible course. And please, putt responsibly.
Holiday season at Duffy's Sports Grill means holiday features galore. Savor Duffy's limited time holiday menu with new crab stuffed mushrooms, seafood pasta, salmon Oscar, and mahi Oscar. Plus, famous holiday drinks like Jack Apple New Fashioned and a peppermint martini. Now, through New Year's Eve, score a $20 MVP bonus for every $100 in Duffy's gift cards you purchase. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Anna Jar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WUUB Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
If you spent any time away from your family, your wife, your kids to watch those football games last night, I got some news for you, and you're not going to want to hear it.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. What is happening today?
We just see where people's priorities are.
I know. It's your boy Theo Dorsey. Sorry for the confusion and the restraints and the fluctuation of my voice there. I'm a little out of sorts, but I'm here with you on a Tuesday. Part of it is because I was subjected to not one but two horrendous Monday Night Football games, two exhibitions as they felt. You would have thought this was the second week of the preseason, the way players were failing to execute. Washed quarterbacks were falling down trying to hand the ball off, and the Bears were just being the Bears. But I'll try to remain positive today because I got some good vibes flowing following the Boca Raton Bowl luncheon that we just went and embraced. So that was a great time. It's your boy Theo Dorsey once again. C-Cat on the other side of the glass on the ones and the twos, and you saved my tail right there. Appreciate you coming in there and pushing the button.
No problem. I'm C-Cat, the only human, the only warm body not invited to the Boca Bowl luncheon.
Yeah, what's up with that? I was wondering why you weren't in the crowd. I thought it was because you hate hearing me talk.
No, I just wasn't invited.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
So it's just zero invite, not in your email, not in
I want to see an itinerary, like a flight log of every single individual that was in that building.
There's so many
and
people.
See if I was justly not invited.
The mayor of Boca Raton was in the house. We had Doug Mosley, executive director of the Boca Bowl. Of course, we had both Western Kentucky, the full football team, which, by the way, we'll get to this, but I think they all hate me. And they don't even have good reason to, but there was a point in time during this luncheon that I was emceeing where they all erupted in boos for about 12 to 13 seconds. We'll get to that. Didn't like it. That felt bad. That hurt my heart. And then James Madison, their football team was in the house as well. On all of the office was there. Were you the only one here?
I was me and JMP and Elias from Deportes 7060.
Y'all were the only three here.
Yep.
I could have just ran amok.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun, though. It was a lot of fun. The one thing I will say, the one complaint I have is I didn't get a chance to have any lunch at the luncheon.
That's a critical point of a luncheon.
And there was the lunch I heard was actually really good. Somebody said it was like steak that was served. There was a wedge salad to appetize it. So I'm a little disappointed I didn't get a chance to dig in on the lunch portion of it, but it was a great time. We honored former NFL veteran and Palm Beach Central alum John Bostic.
Nice.
He got honored with the Legend Award, courtesy of the David A. Burke Foundation. And it was a lot of fun. So I appreciate everybody that did pull up. I appreciate those of you that are tapping in now. After listening to me talk for 2 hours, for you to jump in and also listen to us here on Theoretically Speaking, that's love. That's love. You know what the opposite of love is?
What's that?
The NFL scheduling the Vikings and Bears and the Falcons and Raiders for Monday Night Football.
Apathy, not caring.
Yeah. Apathy.
Mm-hmm.
Is that literally the opposite of love?
I think you said that once on these airwaves. You said the opposite of love is not hate, but it's apathy.
Yeah, that is true. Oh, man, this guy right here, that's a deep cut. But it is true because you want people to actually care. It's not hate. Hate still comes with passion. People will hate watch and hate listen to you. I know a few people specifically that hate watch this show, and for that I appreciate you boosting our numbers up still. But that's love in itself, right? But apathy is about as bad as you can get, and that's what I had towards Vikings, Bears, and Falcons, Raiders. I really wanted to enjoy these games. The Bears are 4-10, Zeke.
Yeah, that was our team.
The Bears are 4-10. You picked them to go to the Super Bowl, and I said they'd win 12 games.
Listen. Hey, the other half of the Super Bowl predictions looking pretty good right now. But, yeah, I thought the Bears would go to the Super Bowl this year. I thought that they would make some history.
Oh,
what was your Super Bowl prediction? I had Bears, Bills win.
I had Chiefs, Lions. Chiefs win.
All right, you're alive.
Very chalky. I'm alive, though. Very chalky. And I'm not too alive when you look at how depleted that Lions defense is. Even Freddie Coleman, obviously host of Freddie and Harry here on ESPN 106.3 that you can tap in the last hour at least here after Russo and Rizzo. He made a joke at the luncheon as well. That defense is so depleted, they might start pulling from some of these bowl games. These kids in the transfer portal, the Lions might be like, hey, can you come and play
just suit up
outside linebacker? We just need an edge rusher. Just
rotate
for one
in
game.
some snaps.
Yeah, just one game. That's how bad it is for the Lions defense right now. So we'll see if they're able to hold up through the back end of this year. But one thing that we know for sure, the clock is ticking in Atlanta. I'm actually going to put the NFL talk on pause for today, but I want one statement to be made about the Pro Football League before we talk some college ball. The clock is ticking in Atlanta. If you are a serious football team that is considering trying to contend for the NFC South, if you want a chance to make the playoffs this year when it is wide open and the Buccaneers, who have been riddled with injury, are ripe for the taking, if you can win out, they have got to bench Kirk Cousins. He is a net negative for that offense. He is a net negative for that locker room because, to be honest with you, there's no way he's inspiring any kind of positive play out of the rest of that crew. He's old. He doesn't look good. He can't move. He's not throwing the ball well. 11 for 17, 112 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He was sacked 3 times. His QBR, C-Cat, do you want to guess what his QBR was? I mean, it's bad.
Is that the one that goes to 100 or 163?
0 to 100.
55.
Lower.
45.
Lower.
32.
You're not even close.
16.
9.
Oh!
Kirk Cousins had a QBR of 9. And for those of you that are listening that don't have the perception to know what a good QBR is versus a bad QBR, I believe 50 is supposed to be right at average. That's the way that scale is rated. And generally speaking, for a quarterback that won an NFL game, your QBR is going to be at least hovering around 60 to 70.
A 9 QBR?
A 9. By the way, on the other side, Desmond Ridder, 23 for 39, 208, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. He had a QBR of 27.
Respectable young man.
He tripled him.
Wow.
Kirk Cousins is bad, and here's the problem I have with Atlanta having bad quarterback play from Kirk. There's nothing to glean from it. If he's going to be that bad and you spent a number 8 overall pick on Michael Penix Jr. and he's healthy and he can move and he probably can throw the ball a lot better than what Kirk is doing today. What is the detriment to putting the rookie out there today? If y'all couldn't get him ready 14 games and 15 weeks into the season, then damn it, you shouldn't have drafted him in the first place, because this is the exact time where you should strike and put the kid out there. I don't know what the rhetoric is coming out of the Falcons camp as to why they're still starting Kirk Cousins. And I hate being a negative Nancy. I think what it is I get so angry and so taken aback when I look at these offenses and they have these electric players and these magnifying names. Bijan Robinson, who had 125 yards on the ground, couldn't get in the end zone because Kirk couldn't move the chains. Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Ray McLeod. And they're all being held back now by the one person that was supposed to be the steadying force in Kirk Cousins. He's got to go. They've got to get Michael Penix Jr. in there. And if they don't, they have no shot at winning the division.
And they're alive in the division only because of their bad division. Before this, on Carlin versus Joe, where Carlin was live from maybe about 50 feet away from us right now, Joe Fortenbaugh went down the line of every single division and how the Falcons would look like garbage in every single one of those divisions, except for the NFC West and the NFC South.
And they have a chance to win it.
I think that is why Kirk Cousins is still starting NFL football games for the Falcons. It's two reasons: the money he's getting paid and the illusion that you are so close to being a contending team. Just because you win a division, secure that playoff spot, secure that home game in the playoff spot, doesn't mean you're an actual contender. I think to be labeled a contender, you have to be a team that is a 3-point dog or better. So maybe a favorite in that game in the championship game of your conference. That's who I consider a contender. You want to be a Super Bowl contender, but you have to have a fair shot at winning your conference.
And they have no shot at winning their conference. They have a very little shot of beating the Buccaneers as things currently stand. They do get one more game against Tampa. They're a game back against the Bucs. The Bucs, who stand at 8-6, the Falcons 7-7. Their point differential, C-Cat?
It's not in the positive, is it?
Minus 49. No, minus 39. What's 342 minus 293? I think that's minus 49.
I think I heard someone say minus 49 earlier today.
The Falcons are minus 49 despite being 7-7, despite having really good wins on the season, and they are winning some games despite the poor play of Kirk Cousins. If they care about the rest of that locker room, about the health of that franchise, they'll pull the trigger. If not, we'll have to keep watching crap like what we saw last night. Forget all of that. Bump all of that, because the Falcons tried to solve this potential problem by using the number 8 overall pick in the draft and going out and getting Michael Penix Jr. out of Washington. That was an astute decision by the front office. Hopefully it ends up paying off if Penix proves himself to be a guy that can be a face of that franchise going forward. One man who just won the most prestigious trophy in all of American sports. One man who isn't going to be playing in the college football playoff, but will be the belle of the ball come April when the NFL scouts, GMs, and everybody get together to select in the NFL draft, is Travis Hunter. I'm not going to be like Unc, Shannon Sharp, or so many others on the internet and debate back and forth as to what the hell is going on with his relationship. Have you been seeing that crap?
Yeah, everyone hates his girlfriend.
Yeah. Like, number one, I don't give a damn about who you date. Number two, if you are trying to actually look out for Travis Hunter and get him to not be with somebody who he's publicly with and he supports and he stands behind, the best way to do that isn't by tweeting a bunch of hate stuff towards his girl.
She released an 8-minute video
That's crazy.
to address the naysayers.
Ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. And Unc, Shannon Sharp, who does a great job for all the stuff at ESPN, much love to him. The fact that he watched that 8-minute video and then did a whole recap on his show, I'm sorry, man. I just lost a little bit of respect.
That feels like a midlife crisis problem.
That is a problem.
You're a little too old to watch that video.
You are a grown-ass man. Even I looked at that video and said, I ain't watching that crap. I don't give a damn about who Travis Hunter is dating. He watched the full 8-minute video of Travis Hunter's girlfriend explaining herself, I guess, because people think she doesn't treat him right or whatever. I don't care. And then he put commentary out there publicly on it. I think that is utterly ridiculous. And anybody else joining that conversation, please stop. Let kids be kids. Let Travis Hunter learn those lessons on his own. One lesson I don't want Travis to learn the hard way is devaluing himself is putting himself in a position where he's going to go balls to the wall. He's going to exert himself on both sides of the ball on a rookie wage scale on these contracts that are set in stone. It's not like if he plays both sides of the ball, he'll get paid 2 different rookie contracts at the same time for being a receiver in a corner. No, he's going to get paid 1 contract for 4 years. And likely whatever team that drafts Travis Hunter is going to give him the 5th-year option and then try and extend him, if not franchise him going forward. Here's my unsolicited advice to Travis Hunter, and thank God it ain't dating advice because I'm a self-respecting young man. Do not trot your ass into that professional National Football League against them other grown men and try and play both ways full-time on both sides of the ball the way you're doing it. Not because I don't think Travis Hunter can do so. He's shown at every level he's able to do so at the highest of levels. You are only going to put yourself in a position where NFL teams, whichever one is lucky enough to draft this guy in the top 5 in April, is going to take advantage of you. They're going to exert all of that out of you, squeeze as much out of you on both sides of the ball, and likely going to have some success doing it. But I promise you this, come contract time, you know what they're going to do?
Use it against you.
Use it against you. And do not just everybody that says he can't do it, everybody on the Colorado side and, Deion and himself and Shador, everybody wants to go, oh, you a hater, you a non-believer, you ain't – none of that. I don't care. I think he's going to be great, and I think he is great. He's a West Palm Beach native, a 5'6" product. He's got a lot of family that's still in the area. I think the world of this dude's talent on both sides of the ball. It doesn't matter what I think. The GMs are going to decide that. What I know is if he does that, if he puts his body at risk continually as well, the NFL is not the kind of organization that rewards that level of sacrifice. They just don't. Name one time, especially for somebody that's not a quarterback, that the NFL, they did good by him. There ain't no Kobe Bryant contracts in the NFL.
Yeah,
there ain't no Dirk contracts and no D-Wade contracts on the way out the door. They don't give a damn what you were. They care about what you can be and how cheap they can get you at. Do not be a fool and give yourself wholeheartedly to a franchise like that and be left, getting scraps when it's time to cut that check.
I think the only example was the quarterback that I can think of was Dak Prescott still getting great money after he had a season-ending industry in 2020.
That wasn't even a do-good. They knew he would be fully recovered, and most teams in the NFL that needed a quarterback would have paid him that same amount of money. Jerry Jones, I will say, is the closest thing in the NFL to somebody that does right by his players because he has that relationship with them, and it helps to be the owner and the GM because then you can do that. There's not many other examples of that throughout the NFL, throughout the history of the league. In fact, there's more examples of silly-ass NFL players, and I'll say that because I do think a lot of times it's dumb, devaluing themselves and giving ownership, giving the team the leverage and the ability to work more around the cap. Guys like Mahomes signing these long deals that help the Chiefs organization out. Tom Brady was selfless in this way. And yes, it benefits both parties, yeah, but I don't see it happening the other way around. Kobe ain't had nothing left in the tank. The Lakers knew it. The whole world knew it. And they still gave him that legacy deal. You're not getting a legacy deal in the NFL. And even if you're a guy like Deebo Samuel, who plays multiple positions and wanted to be paid like it, but guess what? Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers had no problem using Deebo in a way that was beneficial for the team in every single position, handing it off, passing it to him. Contract time, they changed up. The New Orleans Saints, they love Jimmy Graham. They split him out wide so many times that he had an argument to be made when it was contract time and they wanted to franchise tag him as a tight end that, no, I'm actually a wide receiver. I played more snaps at receiver this year than I did tight end. Guess what? The Saints said, "Not the hell you ain't a receiver because tight ends get paid $15 million, receivers get paid $20 million, and when we franchise tag you, we want you to make $15 million." After all the good he did for them, when it came time to put ink to the paper, they're not showing you that love. For Travis Hunter, he's going to be a great NFL player. He's going top 3, top 5 in the draft. He'll be good on either side of the ball. He should be a defensive back for the first 4 years, and he should just play offense in packages, third downs, red zone. In fact, if he just plays in the red zone and on third downs, he could still put up immaculate numbers as a receiver, not put that kind of wear and tear on his body, and still be withholding something that you can use as leverage when it's time to sign that deal. But I would hate to see him give 4 to 5 solid years playing both ways and get nothing for it.
See, I don't even think you can half commit like that. I don't think that you can get just those red zone snaps, throw down snaps. You cannot.
There's a lot of red zone guys. There's a lot of red zone package guys.
Yes, but when it comes to the actual in-game situations, it's hard to not put a dynamic playmaker like that on the field if you need him.
Yeah, third downs. Third downs in red zone.
If you're consistently at 3rd and 10 because you don't have a playmaker on the outside, you're going to want to change that, and there's nothing.
Be better. He can't solve all your damn problems. He's one dude. He's the cornerback as well. What are you trying to do to him?
I agree with you. I do think he should commit to one side of the ball, and that is the best for business for Travis Hunter. It makes complete sense to me. And all these guys are so young, and many of them are dumb. Travis Hunter is not one of the dumb guys coming into the league right now.
Yeah, he's not. He's smart as hell.
And if he is smart, he will realize that his value is in one side of the football. There's not many exceptions in the NFL.
No.
Odds are you are not the exception. You won't be the one guy who doesn't get taken advantage of.
He's going to get taken advantage of. I do believe you play both ways, but the way in which you do that is you start at corner. You are a starting cornerback. You are cornerback 1, Travis Hunter Island. And damn it, with the ball skills he has, he probably makes the Pro Bowl at corner with the amount of interceptions he'll get when people try him on that island. But as a receiver, he can still rack up 7 or 8 touchdowns, 500 or so yards, 30 to 40 receptions, tops, just in packages. If you're not a smart enough coach to be able to bring this guy out in certain packages and in certain situations in a football game, then damn it, you ain't a good enough coach to win anyways at a high level and need to replace you. Whoever gets him, you start him at corner, you put him in at packages at receiver up until he's in his second deal. Once he signs a second deal, hey, whatever you want to do. You want to be full-time on both sides? Cool. Have at it. I'm really just protecting the interest of the player here because I know the NFL will not do the same. But what do you think? Where do you think Travis Hunter should be playing when he does make it to the National Football League? As a Heisman-winning corner and receiver from Colorado, no, the Buffs didn't make the playoffs, but wow, did they not outperform what we thought they could do this year, almost getting that Big 12 championship. Where should Travis Hunter focus his talents at when he makes it to the National Football League? Corner, receiver, or both? Let us know on the Baptist Health Hotline, 888-760-3776, 888-760-3776. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline. Are you experiencing foot and ankle pain and need to see an expert in the field? Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has a team of foot and ankle orthopedic surgeons and specialists who are regarded as leaders in their specialty. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. 888-760-3776. Where should Travis Hunter play at the next level, and how much should he offer himself to any of these organizations to play both sides of the ball? I think it should be limited. I think he should protect his body, his health, and his longevity in the league. We're looking at a dude who could probably have a 15-year-long career. Like, with his versatility, with his ball skills, with his smarts, with his athleticism right now. And it seems like at the very least, this guy's got the endurance and he takes care of his body. One thing I did learn out of all this hoopla with his girlfriend, he doesn't drink. It's a good sign when an athlete, they don't drink alcohol at all. This dude's college age. He's invited to all these parties. Doesn't even drink and party.
I mean, these guys wanted to use his snap count as a contributing factor for him winning Heisman.
You're still on the Heisman hate.
But I think the snap count will be worked against him when he go to the negotiating table.
It is.
And it's going to work against him when you think about how many more hits he will take if he does commit to playing to both sides of the football, where you're going to see pretty much a receiver. I think if you combine two sides of the football at receiver and cornerback, you take the same amount of hits as a running back.
Right.
I think that's some simple CCAT math. Right? Like, there won't be as hard of a hits, but there'll be just as much.
Some simple CCAT math. We didn't know we needed simple CCAT math on this Marvelous Tuesday, but we got it anyway.
And we see the deterioration of running backs. Like, if you are in the league as a running back at 29 years old, like, God bless you, and you are simply the exception, and you are a dinosaur.
Yeah.
So if you're taking that amount of snaps, taking that amount of hits, if you're a receiver and cornerback, odds are that 15-year career that you envision for possibility for Travis Hunter ain't coming to fruition.
It can get shortened, but even like a decade and a half from now, I can see a team having him play that hybrid safety type role. This is also a dude that ain't afraid to get his nose in the box and tackle. Like, we saw him make a game-winning tackle and punch out, just like we've seen him make game-winning and clinching touchdowns and interceptions. Like, he is a versatile football player. He's the best football player in the nation. Travis Hunter is damn good. I hope he's not too good for his own benefit, for his own right. I hope he doesn't give too much to an NFL organization that will not. If we had to predict right now, if he was up for a contract, let's just call it, and of course we have former NFL GM Mike Tannenbaum going to join us here on Theoretically Speaking in just a few. We also got Coley Harvey, who's going to be sidelining the Boca Raton Bowl. He's going to be pulling up on the back end here, ESPN reporter, and there's a chance we might get Freddie Coleman today. ESPN Radio's very own Freddie Coleman, a packed Theoretically Speaking. But when Mike Tannenbaum comes in here, I'm curious to ask him, let's say hypothetically this was a contract year right now for Travis Hunter.
But he hasn't proven anything in the NFL.
Well, let's just, in this hypothetical, we have to just say he's done well at corner and receiver for a team. Let's say he's a top 10 corner and receiver for a team right now.
He's in the Pro Bowl.
He's a Pro Bowl level corner and a Pro Bowl level receiver for a team playing full sides on both sides of the ball right now. How much would an NFL GM pay him this year? Or would they just try and franchise him at the cornerback number, which is what I think GMs will do because they're savvy, they're smart, and they're working on the behalf of the organization and not the player. Don't play yourself, Travis Hunter. Speaking of those wonderful guests we have coming in, it's because of the Boca Raton Bowl. They're all in-house. They're all in town because of what's about to take place tomorrow night in Boca Raton. And you want to know where it's at? Not FAU Stadium. It's now the Flagler Credit Union Stadium.
Like the ring of that.
Yeah, Flagler Credit Union Stadium. Congrats on the paycheck.
See you at the FCU.
Yes. FCUS at FAU. We're going to have to work on a nickname. But the Flagler Credit Union Stadium, that's going to host the 11th annual Boca Raton Bowl. Again, that's tomorrow night, 5:30 p.m. James Madison, the Dukes. And that football team, they do a lot of barking. Is a Duke a dog?
Yeah, you didn't see the logo?
Duke's a dog. What kind of dog? Like
kind of a bulldog.
Is that what is a Duke an actual dog type, though, is my question.
I will get the answer before the end you read that paper.
They bark a lot over there at James Madison. That's what they were doing at the luncheon. And then the WKU Hilltoppers, Western Kentucky, don't call their mascot a red grimace. They don't like that. In fact, they booed me at the luncheon because of it. But what I can say is both of these programs are really good, and they'll be duking it out tomorrow night at the Boca Raton Bowl. It's home to over 150 future football players at the professional level, and there's going to be more stars in action tomorrow night. FanFest starts at 2. Kickoff is at 5:30. Get your tickets today. Get your tickets today at BocaRatonBowl.com. James Madison and WKU, the 11th annual Boca Raton Bowl, Wednesday, December 18th at FAU Stadium.
It is a bulldog.
So a Duke is a bulldog?
Yes. That's what the logo is. They have a live mascot. Yeah.
What is that? So universally, if a team is the Dukes, it's because they're named after bulldog. Is the nickname for a bulldog a Duke, or is that a specific type or breed or species of bulldog?
So it's a cartoon, the Duke dog. So like there was a cartoon that was called Duke that was a bulldog. JMU made it their mascot.
So it's almost like if they were the Scooby-Doos.
Yes. Thank you.
I like that. All right. Well, we learn something new every day. BocaRatonBowl.com if you want to see the Scooby-Doos or the Dukes of James Madison University. Mike Tannenbaum on the other side. That's C-Cat. I'm Theo Dorsey. We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
This holiday season, make it a real Christmas with real Christmas trees. Now through Saturday, buy one tree and get one free at select lots across South Florida. If you are looking for a last-minute tree, a real one to make your Christmas unforgettable. And if you already have one, double or even triple your holiday festivities. ChristmasTreeForFree.com to see where you can buy one Christmas tree and get one free. Now through Saturday at select lots in South Florida.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it. as well as the fast professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
Time now for a PNC pause. PNC Bank is committed to helping the customers and the communities they serve move forward financially. See how they can make a difference for you at pnc.com.
The 2025 Defender 110 is here. Rugged, stylish, and ready for any adventure. And now you can drive home the Defender with 3.9% APR for 48 months. For well-qualified buyers, that's as low as $22.53 a month per thousand financed. Whether you're tackling the trails or cruising city streets, the Defender delivers. Hurry, this offer ends soon. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach or head to LandRoverPalmBeach.com for more information.
This is the Delray Beach Open. Don't miss today's top professional tennis stars and legends in downtown Delray Beach. February 7th through 16th. It's 10 days of tennis on the Ave. 140 miles per hour races, parties, music, art, and all the good vibes. Come for the nonstop action on and off the court. Snap pics and post memories at the DBO. Join us for a jam-packed week of ATP tennis matches. More fun, more food, more drink, more parties, more of everything. DelrayBeachOpen.com for info.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Hey golf fans, Colin Russo here. Looking to improve your game? Flagstick Golf Performance, the ultimate indoor golf experience, is now open in Boynton Beach. With 3 indoor simulators and a state-of-the-art putting studio, Flagstick helps players at all levels up their game. Get lessons from experts, try the latest clubs, or just come up for a round in the simulators. You can track your stats and see real improvement. Flagstick is where serious golfers and beginners find their edge. Bring your friends or family and enjoy golf like never before. Visit flagstickgolfperformance.com to book your session.
Hi, Kevin Dalton here from the Unlimited Auto Wash. Rainy season is upon us. What a great time to join our $44.95 Unlimited Inside and Out Club and use any of our 6 locations. Find a location near you at unlimitedautowashclub.com or call 561-WASH-ME-TOO.
Your home for the Miami Dolphins in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast is ESPN 106.3.
It's time to put your fins up.
Don't miss a second of the action as Tyreek and company look to conquer the toughest division in football.
You're listening to ESPN West Palm's coverage of the Miami Dolphins.
Home or away, Sunday, Monday, or Thursday. Regular season or postseason, the Miami Dolphins play right here on ESPN 106.3.
Presented by Twin Peaks, South Florida Ford, and PNC Bank.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Imagine being a general manager that passed up on Travis Hunter. Like 10 years from now, he does become spectacular. All the proof was in the pudding, and you end up selecting somebody over him. And it to me, I think it might look foolish. I think he should go number 1. We'll ask Mike Tannenbaum here in a second, who joins us on Theoretically Speaking. Before we do, y'all got to know, it's holiday season already, and I know most of y'all listening to Theoretically Speaking right now, you're ahead of the curve. You are somebody who fashions themselves as somebody that gets their stuff together on time. But maybe you don't have your Christmas tree yet. Maybe your house lacks the very decorative Christmas tree that it needs, and I'm here to tell you, let's do real Christmas trees this time. Huh? What about that? You lucked into this. You waited till this long to have a vacancy for a Christmas tree, and I'm telling you, they have real Christmas trees available right now, but that's not all. Now through Saturday, you can buy 1 tree and get 1 free. You want to be able to smell the ambiance of that real tree and let it soak into your house. At select lots all across South Florida, buy a tree, get the second one free. And it's only through Saturday, so you got to act fast. Check out ChristmasTreeForFree.com. That's ChristmasTreeForFree.com to find the nearest lot near you. If you're looking for a last-minute real tree, a real one can make your Christmas unforgettable. And again, you can get 2 for the price of one, a 2-for-1 with Christmas trees. ChristmasTreeForFree.com. That's where you can get it. Buy one, get one free now through Saturday. Select lots throughout South Florida. Literally, I was at the Palm Beach Lakes outlets, saw one of the lots right there. I said, oh, wow. Buy one, get one free.
That smell of a fresh Christmas tree, nothing better.
Yeah, you got the pines. You sweep up the pines every day or two, and that makes you know that you're really in the holiday spirit. That gets you entrenched in it. Joining us here on this Tuesday to talk about some football, and hopefully we're not even going to talk about that Monday Night Football doubleheader, is our guy Mike Tannenbaum, former NFL GM of the Jets, former VP of football operations for the Dolphins. And I'm curious, Mike T., real tree or artificial tree guy? Have you done the real tree experience before?
Yeah, so actually, I'm Jewish, so we're not really big on the trees, guys. But I would generally be open-minded to either one.
Okay, there we go. Now to be fair, C-Cat started shaking his head immediately as I started asking you that, so I should have I should have took his hint. But his signals have been off as of late, Mike T. Like we haven't been as connected with signals.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So sorry.
Yeah. So the nonverbal communication between the two of you is not great.
Yes, it's not going great, but I know that menorahs are also greater this time as well. So, all right, I said the right word.
Don't look at me. I'm not going to bail you out here. You're the host.
Mike, this is incredibly embarrassing. Maybe we will talk about the football doubleheader. What did you like out of Kirk Cousins last night? A real contender in the NFC, huh?
Yeah, boy, it's something's really off there, guys. And I understand, like you're sitting there. Do you play Michael Penix, and you're 2 back with 3 to go with Tampa Bay, and boy, it's Kirk Cousins was guaranteed a lot of money this year, $90 million, but it just looks like it's over for him, and it's going to be hard for Raheem Morris, I think, to play Michael Penix, but that may be what's in the best interest of the Falcons right now.
I'm curious though, why would it be hard for Morris to turn to Penix? Is it because he's not ready, or is it because of the money paid to Cousins? Because with the way he's playing, it feels like it should be easy to turn to anybody else in that damn stadium.
Yeah, but I think, that's the locker room. We're going to say, Theo, like, hey, like Penix could be great in 2 to 3, 4 years, but we've already seen it with Will Levis and Bo Nix and obviously with Caleb Williams. Like, these guys are going to come in. There's going to be growing pains, and we don't want growing pains. We got a chance to get to the playoffs. Like, let them develop in 2025. The problem is, like, Kirk Cousins, whether it's the offensive line or whatever it is, he's just not playing good football. So puts, I think, Coach Morris in a difficult position.
We'll have to see what the Falcons do going forward. They're 7-7, a game back of the Buccaneers for the NFC South. They need the division win in order to make the playoffs most likely. Mike Tannenbaum joining us here on Theoretically Speaking. You used to be in that decision-making chair to draft, right? Draft season is eternal for GMs. You're always scouting. You're always looking at who could be next to lead your franchise. If you were a GM today and you see a guy like Travis Hunter, number one, where would you pick him at? Would you be comfortable picking him number one over some of these other prospects, quarterbacks involved? And also, what position would you put him at?
Yeah, I would. I think he's the best player without question in football this year. And I'd put him at corner, maybe give him a 20 play per game package, red zone, third down. He's a incredible athlete, guys. I think he'll be a generational player, and I think he has a boundless future. Really exciting player to watch.
Mike T., you're a football genius. And today, as C-Cat was trying to derail my art, I said literally what you said, just a little less eloquently. And C-Cat said, you can't just put him in there on third downs. You can't just put him in there in packages. And here goes a guy that used to call those shots to an extent saying the same thing. So I appreciate you. Yeah, what you got to say now, C-Cat?
Nothing. That was a weird question to ask Mike. My thing you lead it with, Mike T, you're a football genius because you agreed with what I had to say. That's what I just heard from Theo.
Yeah,
but my query into this is that easier said than done to preseason set a package limit on Travis Hunter if you have him play both ways? Because, yeah, it's easy to say it now, but if your offense is struggling in the first half and you're down 14-0, and the ball's rolling downhill the wrong direction, and don't you just want to get him out there as much as possible?
Yeah, you got to be careful, though. It's a 17-game season. He's not, the biggest guy in the world, and you want to make sure that he has a chance for sustainability. So I'd be a little bit careful with that, and just have a vision and a plan, stick to it to say, hey, 20 plays a game, to be on, for offense, you want to pick the most impactful plays. It's very unique, but I think he could pull it off, but to say that he's going to be full time both ways I don't think that's putting the player in the best chance to be productive.
I'm curious, too, because I caution for those that think he should play both sides and go full throttle on that rookie contract, just how much of a detriment that would be to his body and also his value going forward as he looks to get a contract, the second one in the NFL. Let's enter a hypothetical world here, Mike T. Let's say we are in a contract season for Travis Hunter. He's played at the level of a Pro Bowl receiver and at the level of a Pro Bowl cornerback in this past year. You're a GM. It's time to sign Travis Hunter to a long-term deal. At receiver, Justin Jefferson's making $35 million a year. I think the highest-paid corner might be Pat Surtain, making around 25-ish or so per year. What do you do in that seat? Can he make more than what Jay Jettas is getting? Can he make $40 to $45 million to play full-time both ways? Or do you think an NFL GM is going to try and squeeze him at one of the two positions and just pay him top of the market there?
Yeah, I don't think you want to do that, make him unhappy. I think you have a chance to be, one of the highest paid non-quarterbacks, and that'll sort itself out, guys. Like, he'll have 3 years to prove it. That's when you can get the extension. So I think that, let him be a great player, and the economics will follow. That should be a pretty easy discussion in 3 years.
When you saw what happened with Deebo Samuel in his contract negotiation, when you saw what happened with Jimmy Graham and him being franchised as a tight end instead of a receiver, though he lined up outside so often, to me, it just feels like, I don't want to say you guys that sit in those seats, but NFL GMs and people that make these decisions, y'all are shrewd businessmen. Y'all are trying to make sure your owner is happy and that your franchise can contend going forward. You don't think that there might be a GM trying to squeeze him or maybe even franchise him and he can get cut short a little bit?
I think you're being penny wise and pound foolish. Like, you don't want a player that you hope to build, be one of your best players, to feel like, they're getting short squeezed, with a contract. So to me, like, it's there's a time and a place to try to, make responsible decisions with your cap, but you don't want to, squeeze this guy for $4 or $5 million and a $250 million cap when, presumably he's one of your best players. Again, like, we'll see how that sorts out in 3 years, but that would be, there's a time and place to have difficult conversations, but if Travis Hunter is a great player, you make sure he gets paid appropriately.
Former NFL GM Mike Tannenbaum. I don't know whether to say thank you or be offended. I've never been called that. What the hell does that mean? Penny wine and pound foolish? What does that mean?
Just means like, you don't want to win the battle and lose the war. Right? It's just not in your best interest to alienate somebody over, something that you should be able to find, a solution for someplace else. Again, the cap's $250 million. You want to make sure the Travis Hunters of the world are paid well and fairly, and then you can take it from the backup safety or something like that.
It makes sense. It absolutely makes sense. Mike T, as you join us here on Theoretically Speaking. Quick question. Did Bill Belichick reach out to the Jets about the coaching job?
Yeah, that's something that you would have to check with the Jets PR. That's not something that, my role with the Jets is to try to vet candidates, do research, and, they're handling, the rest of the process.
Gotcha. Absolutely understand that. Had to ask. Also, what do you think about Belichick now going to North Carolina, going to Chapel Hill, and already we're seeing guys commit to him, kids transfer to him? Like, could end up being like a college football powerhouse, huh?
Yeah, I think he'll do well. I don't think there's any question. Look at Bill's track record. I'm sure he'll do well there in this era of NIL and free agency. Players are going to gravitate to places they think they can get coached, get developed, and play better, and I think that'll happen at North Carolina.
And one last one for you here, Mike T, on this Tuesday following a lethargic Monday Night Football, but a good weekend of football in the NFL. I want to turn it back to the college football calendar. As I look at this 12-team playoff, they forced me here at ESPN West Palm to fill out a bracket, and I went with Georgia winning it all. Do you have a certain team that you feel higher on or that you feel better about their talent or coaching that you think they can make it through this first ever 12-team playoff and it'll be there at the end, hold the big trophy?
I'm going to go with Oregon. I think Dylan Gabriel can make enough plays in the passing game. Very good defense. I think they got great play speed, so should be competitive. Georgia, Texas, Oregon. I think one of those three are the three best teams in the country, and it should be fun. Looking forward to these playoff games getting rolling.
Can't wait for that to kick off, and also can't wait for our next time catching up with Mike Tannenbaum. I appreciate your time, and we'll see you next week.
Okay, thanks, guys.
That is Mike Tannenbaum. His appearances are brought to us by Eisner Amper, and he might not ever pull back up to Theoretically Speaking. After number one, I asked him about a Christmas tree, and he's Jewish. Number two, I asked him a question that he's not allowed to answer for the Jets, And
number 3, you didn't say Happy Hanukkah before saying goodbye.
Oh, I didn't say Happy Hanukkah. I didn't.
We're not going to see him before. This is bad.
This is what am I doing?
We just burned our only inside source to the New York Jets coaching search because you didn't have the time to think about that.
I didn't know if it was too early to say Happy Hanukkah. Once I screwed up the Christmas tree thing, I wasn't sure.
My grandma says Merry Christmas on December 1st.
Right, but I don't. So here's the thing, too. You have to understand, C-Cat. I didn't grow up with a lot of people that that were Jewish or that practiced and that
Oh, I got you. As someone who didn't celebrate Hanukkah,
Yeah.
is you saying Happy Hanukkah out of turn?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know the rules.
Me neither. Actually, I maybe that wouldn't
you
be smart.
you trying to get me hemmed up.
It's a thought that counts.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Do you want his Hanukkah to be unhappy? I want you to have a happy Hanukkah. You don't celebrate Hanukkah, but I want your Hanukkah to be happy.
But what if I said Happy Hanukkah and he's like, dude, you never say that before the 20th. That's bad luck.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know the rules. So if anybody can help me out with the pleasantries that come around the other holidays, I do know that Kwanzaa, the day after Christmas, you can Umaja. There's a lot of different, celebratory greetings you can give people, but you want to wait until the day after Christmas to wish a happy Kwanzaa.
And Boxing Day, too.
Boxing Day, what's that?
That's the day after Christmas as well.
Oh.
I don't know what it means.
You box? Like a boxing like the fighting or boxing like you?
Boxing like they celebrate it in, I believe, England. They celebrate Boxing Day. I don't know what it means, but I've heard it said, and I've seen social media posts every single year about it.
Help us out here, 888-760-3776. How do you properly, and when is it too soon to wish somebody a happy Hanukkah? And also, what the hell is Boxing Day, and where does that derive from? Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline, 888-760-3776, the very same hotline that Mike Tannenbaum joined us on, the Baptist Health Hotline. And if you're wondering about Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, I'm the man to tell you about every single
good
time.
show today involving Baptist Health.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Is joint pain affecting your quality of life? At Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, our team is experienced in traditional joint replacement surgery as well as new, less invasive treatments with the goal of returning you to what you love as quickly as possible. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho today. We're going to talk to a Baptist Health doctor today. I just remembered.
That's what I'm referring to.
Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. We're bringing in Tina early for the happy hour. We're starting the happy hour 15 minutes early because, damn it, we can. Also, because I'm a little discombobulated because of the whole Boca Bowl luncheon stuff right before the show. Who enlists a man to MC a luncheon at noon when his show starts at 2, C-Cat?
It's like NFL GM just squeezing everything out of you.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter on offense, where you're here playing receiver as a radio host.
Right.
You can also play defense, play corner at emceeing events. They're getting both out of you.
They're getting all of it out of me. And damn it, just put me in on some third down packages, right? I just want to be in there in the red zone. I want to score the touchdown and hit the gritty. I don't want to be doing the grunt work between the 20s. Hell out of here. Theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Hey, my name is Colin Russo, and this is your Miami Dolphins Minute. Well, the Dolphins battled but suffered a tough loss on Sunday in Houston to AFC foe Houston Texans by a score of 20-12. Despite a game having major playoff implications for the Fins' chances, the Dolphins fall to 6-8 as the offense couldn't get anything going throughout the game. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa struggled, finishing 29 of 40 for 196 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, and also losing a fumble in the process. The Dolphins have consistently showed an inability to beat good teams, and that has been the dark cloud over the team for the past few years. They needed a lot of help, including the Colts losing a bunch of games over the next 3 weeks of the year in order to sniff the postseason. We wait and see as the Dolphins take on the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday in Hard Rock. 425 kick for that one. Well, that was your Miami Dolphins Minute presented by Hard Rock Bet. Get started today. Get up to $100 back in bonus bets if your first bet does not hit. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT.
As market dynamics change, the quality and service you receive from your accounting firm shouldn't. Partner-owned since 1923, Anshin Accountants and Advisors take the time to get to know you and your unique circumstances to help resolve complex issues and develop innovative tax and accounting solutions tailored to meet your goals. If you're a high net worth individual or business owner eager for a strategy to maximize tax savings, let Anshin deliver value where others can't. Visit anchin.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, recalculating what's possible.
Florida Atlantic women's basketball season is here. Join head coach Jennifer Sullivan and star guards Maya Perry and Jada Moore at Eleanor R. Baldwin Arena this year for big-time college basketball action. Groups of 15 or more get in free. Single game tickets just $10. The van, the cheerleaders, the fun, the action, it's all there with Florida Atlantic women's basketball. Visit FAUsports.com for more information. Florida Atlantic Owls, winning in paradise.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
There is full house, full fam in the building. Early happy hour here on Theoretically Speaking. CK right there on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. And entering is our friend Espresso Martina, fresh off her marathon victory. And I shouldn't be hitting buttons, huh, CK? Am I allowed to just do that?
Guess so.
Just throw her theme music on?
So.
Tina, did you watch the Sabrina Carpenter holiday festival thing?
No,
You
but
missed it.
it's gone.
Some fan.
Well, I'm not saying you missed it. I'm saying like you didn't watch it.
I
guess
haven't
it's
watched
still
it yet,
available.
no.
Yeah.
I
It's
want
really
to watch
good.
it. I've heard.
It was like a Saturday Night Live, like she did like some. It was like Saturday Night Live Christmas special almost. but with
Isn't
Sabrina.
Shania Twain in it?
She's in it. That's what I'm saying. You might not be able to make it through watching the festival. You might like just go into a panic attack when you
Right?
see them both on the screen
I
together.
just might.
Yeah.
I might.
Pretty good.
Okay, I have to watch it.
And Sabrina, the more I see of her, I just didn't realize how much of a freak she was.
Did you finally figure out?
Yeah,
Entire identity.
She is an absolute. I mean, she's freaky deaky.
She is.
I'm like, I mean, do your thing. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
But just putting it all out there. So Sabrina Carpenter, congratulations on your success. And yeah, I'll leave it at that.
She's Cardi B for people like Tina.
Yeah. What is people like Tina, CK?
I kind of walked through that in my head like 6 different times, and I said it on people like Tina.
It's a pretty good description.
I think I got it scot-free. All right, good.
You know what? I might go more Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion. Meg is a super freak. Like, you listen to some of her lyrics, she, hey, have fun. Have at it. I don't know if I'm allowed to say super freak on the radio.
There's a song called
yeah.
Super Freak.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, yeah. So I can say super freak?
Yeah.
Yeah, Meg Thee Stallion and Sabrina Carpenter got a lot of freak in them.
Mhm.
And they show it. So congratulations to them on their success. Congratulations to you on your marathon win. Also, before we get into the 12 days of Christinamas and all of the great things, I'm curious, how did your F45 family welcome you and treat you after you finished up that marathon this past Sunday?
They were the best. I had multiple supporters from F45 Palm Beach Gardens come to the race. I even had 2 of them finish the race with me. They followed me along the race at certain areas with signs. It was awesome. And I couldn't have done the marathon and my training without F45 and going there still multiple times during the week for the strength classes, for some cardio, because I needed it to complete that marathon. Check out F45 Palm Beach Gardens or F45 West Palm Beach. 45-minute classes. You're in, you're out, you'll break a sweat. And it was really cool to see. I took like a body scan, like a BMI test before I started my training. And the day, this past Saturday, right before my race, I had gained a pound of muscle and I had lost body fat and lost weight throughout my training. And again, I don't think I could have done that without the running and F45 being a part of that. So if you stick with it, you will see the results. They've got classes in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon. Something for everyone. Go to F45.com to find a location near you or check out their Instagram pages to see the holiday specials and what they got coming up for the new year.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. A freak for fitness.
Yes.
A fitness freak.
There we go. There, yeah.
Is Espresso Martina.
I'll own that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going back tomorrow. I'm pumped.
I mean, you stay going there
Yeah.
and pumping iron and getting after it. And
Maybe
we
not
still
like-
have that taken you up on a class.
Yes, you have not.
Yeah.
Maybe in 2025, we all can go there.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do that.
Yeah. Hey,
That'll
first
be
class,
our New
first
Year's
class
resolution.
is free.
Yeah. Well, you can't get us in. You can't get us in.
I can get you in for free
I know we
too.
on radio. I'm just
I
saying,
can get you
like,
in for free
golly, we gotta wait to get the same special as everybody else. I thought we was family.
We are.
All right, we'll figure that out at F45 soon. I can't wait. I got to get my tail back in the gym, or else my wife might get. She work out still 3-4 times a week. I've been missing the gym.
I know. I see her.
Yeah. So she might, she might leave her brother if I don't get them abs back going soon.
Yeah, I saw what Jalen Hurts looked like at the press conference. Everyone's talking about it.
I know. I mean, honestly, the biggest threat to my marriage is Jalen Hurts.
Oh, wow.
I didn't realize he had this cult following for his good looks until this week, or until you brought it up to me. I really had no idea.
Jalen Hurts is like it. The problem with Jalen Hurts is women in general, he's so attractive that they just have no problem telling you. Like, I'm sure my wife finds a lot of different athletes or players or people in general just kind of attractive, like we all do. I mean, come on, there's attractive celebrity women as well. But Jalen Hurts has passed that threshold of where there's no filter to it, where they're just like, oh my, they just act insane about it. In fact, I saw Dominique Foxworth had
Dominique
he had his wife
Foxworth
on his show.
Dominique Foxworth said on ESPN today that he has pretty privilege.
Yeah, he does. I mean, Jalen Hurts does have pretty privilege. And I saw a clip from Dominique Foxworth's podcast from some time ago where Dominique's wife was actively fawning over Jalen Hurts on the podcast with Foxworth. And
that's okay.
And to be honest with you, that's what Ashley, my wife, would do as well if I brought up Jalen Hurts with her and I was doing a sports talk podcast.
But in the privacy and the comfort of your own room where you're not having a hot mic on talking about it.
He thinks that, you got a girlfriend. She will say what the hell she's going to say to you behind closed doors and on that microphone if you put a camera in front of her too.
Nah, she'd protect me. Seriously, yeah. I think there's some stuff that you wouldn't air out 100% to the whole world, that just between me and her.
I think that's totally fine, though. Saying.
It is cool.
It's cool saying that, someone's attractive.
Jalen Hurts is attractive, and also he's from Houston, so much love. And he got a lot of diamonds on that damn necklace. If I could just borrow 2 of them things, I might be able to change my whole year. So we'll figure that out. I'll reach out to the brother. You know what? You couldn't get Jalen Hurts' necklace with a $50 gift card to the Gardens Mall.
You couldn't do that.
Because they're not selling it there. But if they were selling it there, you could put some of it down. You could put $50 down on it if you win the 12 Days of Christinamas. Today is day what? 3, 4? What day is it? It's
day 12.
Day 12.
It's the final day.
Line them up.
Day 12 of the 12 Days of Christinamas. If you want a chance at a $50 gift card to the Gardens Mall, call now. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Call now, but actually don't.
Just wait to hear the quote.
Okay, well, how about this? Can we hear the 12th Day of Christinamas, the finale, the final rendition of the song?
The full song.
Yeah.
On the 12th day of Christinamas, the Gardens Mall gave to me 12 Travis Matthew golf skirts, 11 Vineyard Vine tote bags, 10 J. McLaughlin turtlenecks, 9 Psycho Bunny hoodies, 8 Tommy Bahama beach chairs, 7 Vuori joggers, 6 Johnson & Murphy loafers, 5 pairs of Nikes.
Yeah.
4 Athleta leggings, 3 Boss sweaters, 2 Tap 42 margaritas, and 1 Coastal Kids mermaid tail.
Wow.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Yeah.
Look at that, the final song.
You knew you were going to be on the show. You didn't have to say it.
Yeah, why did you say happy holidays,
Dave
everyone?
Druda, our operations manager, he's like, do the last one. Do that. Add some at the end.
Did we hire a new pianist?
No.
Feels like they went a little hard on
Hey,
the
Mr. Grinch
piano.
over there, you need to stop. He's
No,
already
not
had a
me.
really bad week.
It leveled up. I
Yeah.
love the 12 Days of Christinamas. He hates it.
He hates it. He's
When
the
did we
Grinch.
get when did we get booze?
It's the Grinch over
Did you
there.
just invent booze?
We've had booze.
Also,
You can't boo my
Jay McLaughlin
Christinamas.
blazer right here. J Mac. Right
I
there
don't
in
know.
the
I
Gardens Mall.
liked 1 through 11. 12 felt a little self-indulging.
Wow.
I'm going to keep my comments to myself.
Hey, you know what? Instead of fighting back to CCAT right now, because you could, obviously, how about we deliver that line and give people a chance to win a $50 gift card to the Gardens Mall?
Yes.
Yeah.
The 12th day of Christinamas. The final quote. You have such a pretty face.
Thank you.
You should be on a Christmas card.
Oh.
You have such a pretty face. You should be on a Christmas card.
That's the line. What movie did that come from? Maybe you know. Maybe you don't. If you do know, you can win $50 to the Gardens Mall. All you got to do is call 888-760-3776. You have such a pretty face. Maybe you should be on a Christmas card, something like that.
Yes, you were close.
What could they get with a $50 gift card to the Gardens Mall, Tina?
You can go grab a gift for you, for your family. You could go get a gift card for someone with the $50 gift card. You can use the $50 gift card to the Gardens Mall at any store, any restaurant, food court, wherever you want. And you can still celebrate the most wonderful time of the year at the Gardens Mall. Santa is still there for photos during all mall hours now through Christmas Eve. Reserve your spot at whereissanta.com. And if you want your kids to get a really good gift, take them to the Kids Corner Holiday Shop in Nordstrom Court. Open, and kids can pick out gifts for their favorite people with help from Santa's special helpers. Plus, enjoy festive decorations and holiday events throughout the mall. The Gardens Mall, just 1 mile east of I-95 on PJ Boulevard.
Nice. Okay, it looks like CCAT's on the phone there, so I'm guessing we have some contestants. 888-760-3776 in case this contestant gets it wrong, but I got faith. Who do we have here on line 1, CCAT?
We've got Justin, and he calls in from Stewart.
Justin's in Stewart. You're on Theoretically Speaking. Can you guess the movie that Tina said that line from? Huh?
I'm going to go with Elf.
Correct.
Oh!
Had to end on my favorite holiday movie.
Justin!
Elf.
Yeah! Congratulations, Justin. Do you like Elf, the movie? Are you a big Elf guy? Do you recommend it to people during holiday time?
It's a great movie. My kids love it.
Perfect. I didn't know it was a kid-friendly movie. And also, I didn't know. Also, lastly, what are you going to spend your $50 on at the Gardens Mall?
Whatever my kids want.
Oh,
There
this
we
guy's
go.
the best. Second best dad in the world. My dad's the best. Second best dad in the world is our guy, Justin. Congratulations on the gift card. Congratulations on winning. And a happy holidays. An early happy holidays to you.
Thanks, guys. Love you.
Thank you, Justin. That's a great guy. You know what? He said he loved the show. Did he say he loved the show?
I think that's what he said.
All right, he's the best dad. He's the best dad in America. There you go. There you have it. Congratulations, Justin. You just stole the title. My pops is top 5 though, so I got to give him that.
Of course.
Tina, here's my question to you, because I know you have to go. You won't be with us on the other side for the happy hour. Do you find it weird that a lot of other sports media talking heads have been talking about, have you seen the stuff with Travis Hunter and his girlfriend, where everybody's been going back and forth on how he treats her and how she treats him, and she didn't stand up quick enough for the Heisman? Have you seen any of this stuff?
No.
Okay,
All I
good.
heard was something about music. Like she introduce him to like having like pregame music or something like that?
Yeah, he didn't listen to Lil Wayne until he met his girlfriend and
Wow.
recommended it to him.
Yeah.
He just didn't listen to music ever.
All right. Wait, why'd you hit the 12 Days of Christmas again?
Long story.
Does Wayne have a Christmas album?
No, he should.
I think I would listen to a Lil Wayne Christmas album. Who is the one artist who doesn't have a Christmas album that you wish would put it out? I'm going Lil Wayne. On the other side for the happy hour, our guy Coley Harvey going to be joining us, ESPN reporter, and going to be the sideline reporter for the Boca Raton Bowl. We'll ask him that. Would he listen to a Lil Wayne Christmas album? Is there one in the back of his head, an artist that he would love to see throw some jams down in the season of giving? We'll find out very soon here. It's holiday season at Duffy Sports Grill. That means holiday features galore. Savor Duffy's limited time holiday menu with new crab stuffed mushrooms, seafood pasta, salmon Oscar, and mahi Oscar. Plus, famous holiday drinks like Jack Apple New Fashioned, Peppermint Martini, and more. Now through New Year's Eve, score a $20 MVP bonus for every $100 in Duffy's gift cards that you purchase. And catch all the big games in December over the 80 televisions in each location. Visit Duffy's MVP to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on. Our game being turned up a notch here on the other side. Coley Harvey joining us. Tina has some business to handle. We'll see you at the Boca Bowl tomorrow.
I will see you at the Boca Bowl, FAU Stadium.
That's Tina.
No, it's not FAU Stadium.
Yes.
Oh,
Flagler
yeah, it's
Credit.
Flagler Credit Union
Yes.
Stadium, home of the Owls.
Yes.
We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Let's be honest. If your performance in the bedroom feels more like uh-oh than whoa, you're not alone. But don't worry, we've got just the thing for you. Hexus MD's new Performance Blend. No awkward doctor visits, no prescriptions with crazy side effects, just a powerful, easy-to-use pill that gets you back in the game. Hexus MD's new Performance Blend works in just 15 minutes, and it's stronger than the competition. Use discount code ESPN50 for 50% off your first order. Don't wait. Visit HEXISMD.com.
Hi, this is Scott Smith of Smith Ball, Baez, and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. I have said it many times before, and I will continue to say it for many years to come. There is never a good time for a car accident to occur, and most certainly never ever a good time to suffer injuries in any type of an accident. The accident and its overall aftermath will usually cause pain, difficulty, and stress. Florida law allows accident victims to recover compensation for such losses, injuries, and damages. But such recovery is often not obtained easily and can require a lengthy fight with an insurance company. If you've been injured in an accident, call us now. Don't delay. The initial consultation is completely free of charge. The sooner you call us, the sooner we can put our experienced legal team to work for you. Don't hesitate or pause for another minute. Our experience, knowledge, and resources could be working for you just minutes after the call. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith Ball, Baez, and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith Ball, Baez, and Prather, help is just a phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
ESPN West Palm and Humana are proud to recognize military veterans within our local community. Our Veteran of the Month is Captain Ronald Williams. Captain Williams served 28 years in the United States Navy. His service was nothing short of extraordinary, with leadership that earned him numerous awards, including meritorious service medals. He also received multiple Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medals and the Global War on Terrorism Service Medal. Now, as Chief of Staff at the West Palm Beach Veterans Affairs Healthcare System, Captain Williams continues his commitment to serving his fellow veterans. A football fan and passionate supporter of the New York Giants, Captain Williams fondly remembers their 2008 Super Bowl victory when his favorite athlete, Eli Manning, led the game-winning drive. Captain Ronald Williams is the Veteran of the Month, presented by ESPN West Palm and Humana.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WUUB Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Florida Blue presents game-changing health solutions. Did you know you can relieve stress by doing yoga at a Florida Blue center? And exhale. Treating yourself to Florida Blue discounts. Seeing a chiropractor covered by Florida Blue. Having your own Florida Blue health consultant.
Welcome
or cheering on your team right now. Discover more game-changing health solutions at FloridaBlue.com. Florida Blue is a trade name of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida, Inc.
Is your car stuck in the past? Is it still, lacking excitement? Time for a change? Hello 2025 Discovery Sport. With sleek design, incredible performance, and, wait for it, 3.9% APR for 48 months. Yes, you could be driving this beauty for as low as $22.53 a month per 1,000 financed. That's practically a steal. Don't let your old ride make you feel like a dinosaur. Get into a Discovery Sport today and feel like you're driving the future. Only at Land Rover Palm Beach.
Good people, it's me, Theo Dorsey, and I want to make sure you're locked in with us at Theoretically Speaking. Just hop on YouTube, search at Theo Speaking, and hit that subscribe button. You can watch us live or you can play us back at Theo Speaking on YouTube. It's free.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man, your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It is a marvelous happy hour here on Theoretically Speaking. The energy is up. The vibes are high. It is, when I tell y'all we have an incredible lineup here today, we have some great guests. I don't say that tongue-in-cheek. This is going to be an amazing one. Tina's always good, though, C-Cat, right? C-Cat on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. She's great. Say it. See, come on. This dude here, he has a feud with our homie Tina, who just finished up a marathon. But someone who immediately congratulated Tina right after she told him today, or I really told him, that she completed a marathon on Sunday, is our guy, Coley Harvey, national reporter with ESPN, also going to be sidelining on the Boca Raton Bowl. Welcome to the show, Coley.
Yeah, Theo, thanks so much for having me. I appreciate you reaching out to me the other day.
Yeah.
Of course, I didn't have your number locked in. I will call myself out. I will call myself out.
You're not calling you out there. You're calling me out.
I'm calling me out because you had it, and I had it too, apparently, but I didn't lock you in. So that was my fault. But we made it happen.
Yes,
we're here. We're in the building. We're talking.
You did.
And like I said, I'm taking ownership more than anything right now.
I text Coley. I found out Coley was doing the sideline reporting for the Boca Raton Bowl again. 5:30 kickoff tomorrow.
That's right. ESPN.
At, what is it? Flagler Credit Union Stadium now.
As of today.
Newly named. So Coley is, and I hit him up, and his first response back was like, "Who the hell is this?"
I was polite, though. I didn't say it like that.
That's how it felt, Coley. Damn it. That's how it felt. I saw the text. I said, damn, Coley really is Hollywood these days, man. When you put that national next to your reporter name, and then you just start acting like you don't know people no more. So I said, it's all good. You know what I blame it to? The fact that you're from Atlanta, and just earlier I tried to ask you, hey, big Falcons fan, right? How you feeling? He already disassociated himself with his hometown franchise, C-Cat.
Okay, see, that's because of our job, man. So I've covered the Falcons. I've covered the Braves.
Yeah.
But I grew up a diehard Braves fan, being from Atlanta, Georgia. Grew up a Falcons fan, too. But the Braves were more the team just because back then, I grew up in the 90s. Braves were in the World Series every year.
Yeah.
They only won one then, but they were in the World Series often. And then the Falcons, they were in the Super Bowl that one year, but they weren't always
they weren't around like that.
A solid team.
You're a front runner with your hometown team.
You got to be. Sometimes you got to be that way, and that's kind of how we are in Atlanta. But now that franchise, hey, maybe they're coming back.
Did you see Kirk Cousins last night?
He's not looking like he did in the first few weeks of the season.
Yeah,
but a win's a win, So
it's the Raiders, dog. A win is not a win. They got 2 wins. That does not count as a full win. That is 3/4 of a win. I'll make sure it shows up in the standings that way. Coley Harvey joining us here on Theoretically Speaking, who now has my number locked into his phone. And I swear we're friends.
We are. We actually are. We really are.
Yeah. See, C-Cat?
You know what I blame it on is social media. Because, you see people on social media, so you're like, oh, yeah, I can DM, I can message you, whatever.
You don't need numbers
and you don't
anymore.
need phone numbers.
Yeah. So this is why you didn't save my number. So for the long, that's cool.
That's the most embarrassed I've ever seen Theo on the air. He did not think that was going to get brought up during the show.
He immediately brought it up because I'm taking ownership. This is on me.
I was never going to tell people that Coley did not have my number saved. I was going to leave that in the back. I didn't even address you about it today.
You sure did. Yeah.
And he brings it up immediately on the show. And now I look like an idiot.
No, man, you look great. I look like the fool.
I'm a big fan of Coley Harvey's, I'm a big fan of Coley Harvey's.
I'm a big fan of you too, man. You're doing great stuff.
Rightfully so. I appreciate it. Man. Well, I appreciate you joining us here. I'm curious for you, though, if if it weren't for you shedding your fandom right now, right, and if it weren't for you being a person that's disassociating yourself with those Falcons, like, at the very least, tell me what the pulse of Falcons fans are right now, because there was a lot of hope this offseason when Kirk Cousins came through that door. Yeah. There was also more hope when you drafted Michael Penix at the number 8 pick, and you're like, okay, we got the future, we got the present. Yeah. Present's a little bleak.
Present is
what they saying right now.
The present's a little bleak. But, I think it's one of those things where the Falcons fans have kind of been through this before. Atlanta's been through these moments where, hey, we get our hopes up. Things are looking great. Things are looking cool.
Every year.
With whatever sport. I mean, it could be Braves. It could be Hawks. It could be Falcons. And then all of a sudden you get to that moment in the middle of the season where it's like, oh, this is about to be a 500 team, or they might be a couple games over 500 or a couple games under. Who is this team? I think the fact that they're in the NFC South, that helps them. The Panthers, non-story. Saints, non-story. The Bucks are the issue.
Right.
The fact the Falcons are actually still in the playoff hunt, that's promising. A lot of Falcons fans are excited about it. It's crazy looking at the game last night. You saw a lot of red and black in the stands.
Yeah, over there.
Of course, there's black and silver, of course. We saw a lot of red and black in the stands in Vegas. And granted, it is Vegas, so people wanted to go visit, and I get that. But it also, to me, was a pulse of the city, a pulse of the fan base that they are excited. They are still riding with Kirk Cousins.
Oh.
But they're going to ride with him for so long. That's kind of how we are in Atlanta. We like you said, front runners, we kind of ride with people until the wheels start to really fall off.
When
the wheels are like just getting rickety, it's time to start backing off that.
Yeah, I do feel bad for Falcons fans specifically for that reason, right? Contextually, this was the year to strike. The NFC South has been down for a while, but at no other point has it been more vacant than this year. Bryce Young and the Panthers stink. Yeah. The Saints are directionless. Yeah. And the Buccaneers were a good team coming off of a division title, but they got riddled with injuries. No Chris Godwin for a year. Mike Evans got lost and came back, but it looks
like the old.
He gonna hit 1,000 yards again.
Yeah, I was about to say, looks like the old Mike Evans.
Let's just say what it is. Yeah. And now the Falcons find themselves trailing by a game because of the play of Kirk Cousins. I don't know. It's I don't know.
Still have great running back. That's the thing is Bijan Robinson. Even last night had moments where he looked like, he pops. He has athleticism. I was talking actually to one of the players in the bowl game just a few minutes ago about his athleticism. And I'm not going to say he reminds me of Bijan because he doesn't, but it was just our back and forth reminded me of some of the things that I see Bijan Robinson do.
Did you tell him
I did not say that because I don't see him that way. He doesn't remind me of him, but he does remind me of a really good player. And I think that when his opportunity comes to get in the league, I think he's going to have some moments, and we'll get to him later.
Yeah, that's what the Boca Raton Bowl is about, though. There's so many NFL products and future, Sunday stars that have come from playing in that Boca Raton Bowl, from Bailey Zappi, who came with Western Kentucky back in 2021, Zach Wilson, who did it with BYU, even though, of course, his career has been a little down. Yeah. And then also you think about guys like Devin Motor Singletary, running back. He played for FAU and played in that Boca Bowl as well. So tomorrow when people do pull up, you could be watching some people that's playing for your favorite team.
I'm telling you, you're going to be really impressed with Western Kentucky's quarterback, Caden Veldkamp.
Yeah.
He's actually the Conference USA Offensive Player of the Year, so he showed it already in that regard. He's technically in the transfer portal, even though he's going to end up playing in this bowl game. So we'll see where he ends up once the game is over in the next couple of weeks. He may end up staying.
Yeah.
His dad is actually the head strength coach on the team. So
I did not realize.
Yeah, his dad is on the staff.
Crazy. Hold on a second. Pump the brakes.
Yeah. Go back.
Did you interview this kid?
I interviewed him, but also this is stuff I know. Because I know everything about this game because I'm supposed to.
Yes. Well, if you haven't realized, the reason why he's so well versed in it, he will be sidelining the game tomorrow at the Boca Bowl again, 5:30. You can watch it on ESPN, listen to it here on ESPN 106.3. How do you enter the transfer portal when you play on a team where your dad is on the coaching staff? How did he explain that?
Yeah, well, that maybe I'll tell it tomorrow. No,
okay, yeah.
No, I'll tell you this. The transfer portal, the way that it's set up, you have this time until you basically have that drop dead. Like, you got to decide whether you're going to stay or go. And the way that Western Kentucky approaches it, their head coach, Tyson Helton, he basically says, look, my guys can get in, especially with an early bowl game. If this bowl game was, say December 28th, 25th, or 6th or whatever, somewhere later in the month, maybe that's a different story. But with it being so early in the month, this gives them a chance to say, okay, I'm going to take my phone calls. I'll take a couple of visits. I'll explore. And when I talked to Caden, he said, yeah, I've had this juggling act. I've had to balance it, but it's been fine because the bulk of my focus has been on football. It's like, yes, I do want to give answer the phone when teams call me and do give that respect, but I also tell them I'm playing in this bowl game. And he says that the other teams are listening to that, they respect that, and I think you kind of have to because you respect the competitor at that point. But of course those other teams are hoping, knock on wood for them, that he stays healthy, everything goes well with this game. But to me, he's a player with a big arm, a good upside, a good chance to show some of his mobility as well. His dad, again, like I said, is a strength coach, and that's something that maybe that's a story I'll share.
You can't transfer away from your dad.
I'll share. Hey, he might.
He's not really available.
He might.
I don't believe
he
it.
did hint at the fact that hey, I'm at home because he grew up in the area.
Yeah.
Went to high school in the area.
No.
Won a state championship in the area. So yeah, it's like he can go home at any point.
I ain't gonna lie.
But he also kind of wants a little bit of that separation.
I hope he transfers. Not just for the
just
story
for the drama.
Yeah, for the drama, but also, come on, man, you got to go out and experience some things. You got to go spread your wings a little bit, man. Especially, I mean, again, much love to Western Kentucky, and I'm guessing he's from the area. Actually,
yes,
much love. But if you grew up in Western Kentucky, you went to high school in Western Kentucky, and you played college ball out there as well, I would like to see you just try some other places as well.
I want to see the world. You know what? We did talk about being here in South Florida, and he was so animated about getting this opportunity. I guess one of the messages that they say every year for getting to a bowl, not just getting to a bowl. First of all, this is a school that likes to get to bowls and win bowls.
Win them.
You heard that today from Tyson Helton, the head coach. They are not playing about that. They are serious about it. They're 7-3 in bowl games all time, including having won the Boca Bowl already.
Twice.
This is their third appearance. When it comes to that, though, he said, no, that's one of our goals is to get to a hot weather place.
Yeah.
We want to get to a warm weather bowl, not just because it's warm weather, but because those are going to be games that people are going to watch. Those are going to be the fun games. But also, yes, we get a chance to get in this sunshine, this beautiful weather, take in the beach.
Hit the beach and all of that.
So,
See, you came.
I know.
Yeah, you live in New York now, and
That's right.
you came down. You snowbirded down here. I don't know who handles the assignments for the ESPN Bowls.
I got
events,
lucky, man.
but you got this game, and then are you comfortable with me telling the other bowl?
Go ahead.
The Bahamas Bowl.
Bahamas, man.
Coley Harvey just walks in the room and says, I'm only going on vacation in December. Don't send me nowhere where it's snowing. Don't send me nowhere where there's... But
I do have one where it could snow.
The Fenway Bowl.
Okay, yeah. So it might snow that game.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just hoping it doesn't rain tomorrow too.
Right. Hopefully, again, we've been blessed in the years of past that we haven't gotten too many rain games. We got one or two here and there, and the Bahamas Bowl is going to be a great vacation for you as well. That'll be fun. You said one of the first things you did when you came out here was you ran on the beach.
Ran on the beach this
morning.
Yeah, I had to. It was a beautiful morning. Like I said to you earlier, when I left New York, well, the last day I ran was 2 days ago in New York, and it was 25 degrees, feel like temperature of 18 degrees.
Ain't no way.
So I was running with thick gloves on.
Yeah.
I had a ski mask on. I had my what do you call it? Your Scully, whatever. Yeah, people call them different things.
Nick caps.
Nick cap. Yeah. I had that on top of that. And I had a hoodie, which I wasn't wearing the hood up, but I had the hoodie, to give me some warmth on the rest of my body. I didn't have to worry about that today.
Did you go shirtless? I
can't go shirtless. I mean, I would love to. I can't do it.
Why
I just
not?
can't pull it off.
Why can't you pull it off?
If I lived here, maybe so. But see, I don't live here, so
what do you think people are gonna do? Pull your car?
Right.
Let me see.
They might.
Where do you live?
They might. Hey, man, you never know. This is Florida, man.
You're in South Florida. Before you leave, you gotta do a shirtless beach
run.
run.
Well, maybe we'll do it tomorrow before the game.
See, Kat, you want to join in on our shirtless beach run?
Listen. Sometimes when I drive up and down the road, especially when it's beautiful outside, I see some shirtless dude jogging down the road. Got my girlfriend to my right. And it's like, dude, put that away. Like, what are you talking about? Put a shirt on.
It's
dude,
hot.
There's children here.
Hey, I've done it before. I will say I was down here for Heat Celtics a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And I was staying down in the area, not far from the arena.
And you didn't hit me up because my number wasn't saved, so that's cool.
There you go. But it was so hot though. While I was running, I said, "We're pulling this thing off." So I've done it before down.
Yeah,
there. We'll see if I do it tomorrow though.
Hey, the 561, man. This is what we do it, man. This is what you do. You gotta look. You work on your body. You show it off a little
That's
bit.
Right.
But also, again, it's more so to brace yourself for this South Florida sun. Coley Harvey joining us here on ESPN 106.3 on Theoretically Speaking, a day ahead of the Boca Bowl as he's going to be sidelining for our TV coverage there. One thing I do want to say about the Boca Bowl is college football also is an option on Prize Picks. College football is something that you can hit more or less on with player projections. Western Kentucky, and Coley, correct me if I'm wrong here. Their 2 Boca Bowl appearances, I believe they scored 59 points in one of them.
That was against App State.
Yep, and 51 points in the other.
Oh, I don't know about
some
that.
years back.
That was 2014, I think. Yeah, I don't know what that score was.
The early one.
Yeah.
50 balls, and then North Carolina let JMU score how many on them this year?
70 or 50. Well,
70, I think.
North Carolina scored 50.
Yeah,
and
and
JMU scored 70.
A 70 ball. Wow. So if there's one thing I can say is it's going to be a lot of offense.
Yeah, that's a fair point, man.
Tomorrow at the Boca Bowl, yeah. So with all of that offensive action, maybe you're going to want to go look at some player projections and hit more on yards, on touchdowns, on receptions, on catches, whatever you think is right. Hit more on those, and that's how it works on Prize Picks. It is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app, over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings. Make your holidays bigger and brighter with Prize Picks. It's the best place to get real money action while watching your favorite sports. You can now win up to 200 times your money on Prize Picks. Download the app today and join now, because this holiday season, Prize Picks is giving away 2 free picks in December.
Ooh.
2 of them.
Ooh.
That's more than 1.
That's 2.
That's 2.
That's double.
That's so much. And they're giving away $30 million in rewards during Pixmas. Yeah.
Give me that.
I was about to say. Well, there's only one way to play, Coley, and that's by downloading the app. Use promo code THEOD. Promo code THEOD right there on your phone. Just that easy. $50 for free once you play a $5 lineup. Lock in. Tap in. And with Prize Picks, run your game. I'm definitely going to have to make sure I put a Prize Pick lineup in before tomorrow's game. I just got to, it'll be more fun that way.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there goes my guy.
There you go.
Score that touchdown.
and I'm telling you, you're looking at not just the quarterbacks, but the receivers on both sides. Both teams have really key playmakers on offense that way. One of the receivers for Western Kentucky might pass the football in this game.
Oh yeah? Is that how did you find that out?
No, well, I'm not basing this.
Okay,
it's not a report. This is a guesstimation.
Just guessing.
Because he's already completed 3 passes this season.
Yeah.
It's Dalvin Smith, who is
we talked to him
today.
on the stage.
You talked to him on the stage.
Freddie Coleman actually did the one-on-ones with him, who might be dropping by as well here at the studio to drop some knowledge. So he throws the ball too?
Dalvin was a high school quarterback. And I just happened to randomly ask the offensive coordinator, Will Friend, about it the other day, just mainly because I noticed those stats. I'm like, man, he's throwing the ball a lot this year and throughout his time at Western Kentucky. And he says the thing about it is that he is such a pure passer. There have been moments where they've had like double reverses and double passes going on, and he has just dropped in a perfect dart.
Yeah.
You know, usually you see those skill players, it's like a little floater, that goes in the air. Nah, he's throwing bullets as if he's Russell Wilson back there.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying. I don't know. I have no clue what the game plans are. But I'm just basing this on my own guess of it could happen.
I like
it. That could be an explosive play for your pick.
I'll be having to tap in on that. Make sure I see if Dalvin has any projections around that. Also, Coley, I'll say this. What a resurgence for Russell Wilson.
Hey,
did you hear that?
I just brought that name out of the blue.
I'm saying, like, this time last year, he was a laughingstock. Now players that throw perfect balls are being compared to Russell Wilson. Wow. That's kind of crazy, man.
It is.
How quickly, when a year turns, how things can change for you out there with the Pittsburgh Steelers. What do you think has been the biggest surprise team in the NFL this year? For me, it's I want to call them the biggest surprise team, but only because of them outperforming even my own expectations for them, and it's the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, of course. Yeah,
like,
the Vikings are right there. Yeah.
I was saying when J.J. McCarthy went down and Sam Darnold had the job, this is going to be a team that can win at a high rate, that can win 9 or 10 games and look really good. I did not expect them to be this dominant through the year. 12-2 with that Brian Flores defense. They're cooking.
That defense looked good last night. Granted, they were playing Bears offense still. And listen, I love Thomas Brown from the state of Georgia as well. Actually, people in my family actually know his family. So
so family friend. Does he have your number saved?
He does not have my number saved. I need to get his number. You know what I mean?
Just making sure, just checking the pulse.
But I'm just saying, I got a lot of respect for Thomas Brown and the situation that he's been handed. But that being said, they still, that offense still needs a lot of work.
It does.
And so I still don't want to take anything away from Minnesota. That defense looked really good last night. You did ask surprise teams for me.
Yeah.
Detroit is a little bit of a surprise, just in the sense that I wasn't really expecting them to live up to the expectation so much. I know that they've kind of fallen back a little bit. I know the last couple of weeks. Granted, they've had a tough schedule. The
Injuries
last couple
too.
of weeks, and they've been getting injured. So they might be coming back to the earth that I kind of thought that they were going to be for this year. But so they were a little bit of a pleasant surprise early in the season. Then the other team that was a pleasant surprise is Buffalo Bills. Now I went on radio in Buffalo at the start of the year, just before the season started, and they were asking me what I thought the AFC East was going to look like. Back then, everybody was on the Jets.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody was talking about the Jets.
Ashamed.
People were talking about the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I was higher on the Dolphins.
I
was higher on the Dolphins than what they've shown. But I knew the Jets weren't going to be in there. Obviously, the Patriots weren't going to be. So the Bills were getting overlooked.
Yeah.
And I just had this feeling all summer. I'm like, I don't know, man. I think we need to. I know they've had a lot of changes in personnel, but that is one team that just because Josh Allen is there and because they do have good coaches and they do have a good nucleus there, I think you got to keep your eye on them, and they have just gone out and balled out.
He's looked great. He's the MVP frontrunner. I still believe, based on statistics and based on what's left to be proven, Lamar Jackson. Yes. Lamar Jackson has a lot to say in that race, and he'll get the last words. But, again, they'll have to win out, and Lamar will have to continue to play excellent. We just got a Jackson 5 from Lamar, and people act like they don't even see it.
Yeah, right.
Dude be balling, man.
That's like that's his whole career.
Right,
you know?
Right. Just throwing Jackson 5. And if you don't know what a Jackson 5 is, that's when he scores 5 touchdowns.
Yes.
He does it so much, we call it the Jackson 5, not just because of the, obviously, Jackson 5, Michael Jackson and them, but he does that often. Coley Harvey, stick around with us here. On the other side, we're going to bring in a doctor, right? A doc. We're bringing in a doctor from Baptist Health. He's going to give you a checkup. No, I'm kidding.
Whoa. I mean, this is live streaming.
Yeah,
so.
Like, what's happening here? No, he's going to talk some ball with us and talk injuries. Coley got shook a little bit there. You can't joke like that with men. They're like, hell no, I ain't hooking nothing up to me. But this guy he's an expert. He's an expert at sports injuries and whatnot and orthopedic care. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, they have a team of skilled orthopedic sports medicine surgeons like our guy and specialists.
And we're going to talk to him after the break.
And we'll talk to him after the break. That's Coley Harvey. That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey. CCAT signaled me, and this time I listened. We're theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Improve your golf game fast at the all-new Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center. The Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center has the facilities, tools, and coaching you need. Enjoy the best facilities in the area with an expansive chipping and putting area, practice bunkers, a huge putting green, plus a 2,000 square foot indoor training area with 3 hitting bays, cutting-edge analysis technology, and more. The Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center in the heart of Palm Beach County off I-95 and the Turnpike. Find out more at KaiserGolfCenter.com.
James Madison and WKU are going bowling in Boca. Experience the 11th annual Boca Raton Bowl, Wednesday, December 18th at FAU Stadium. The James Madison Dukes and the WKU Hilltoppers battle for gridiron glory. FanFest starts at 2 o'clock with kickoff at 5:30 p.m. Get your tickets at BocaRatonBowl.com. James Madison in Western Kentucky in the 11th annual Boca Raton Bowl, Wednesday, December 18th at FAU Stadium.
Hi. This is Scott Smith with Smith Ball Baez and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers.
Right?
We are a Florida civil trial law firm that specializes in the areas of personal injury and wrongful death. Our offices are located in Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie. Our lawyers have litigated thousands of matters at the Palm Beach, Martin, St. Lucie, and Indian River County courthouses. Our lawyers, paralegals, and other numerous members of our legal team live in Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast cities and towns such as West Palm Beach, Port St. Lucie, Lake Worth, Palm Beach Gardens, Palm City, Jupiter, and others just like you and your families. We are a statewide recognized law firm, but it is your community and your families that we live and associate with on a daily basis. Our most satisfying achievement is when we know that our legal power has helped a fellow member of our Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast community secure a fair and just huge result. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith Ball Baez and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith Ball Baez and Prather, help is just a local phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
Time now for a PNC pause. PNC Bank is committed to making a difference in the lives of the customers they serve in the South Florida community. See how at pnc.com. You're listening to ESPN 106.3.
Finished with holiday decorations and need affordable gifts for everyone? Advanced Discount South Florida Fair tickets are filled with fun and make great gifts.
South Florida Fair discount tickets are on sale now at Publix and online at southfloridafair.com. Fair opens January 17th in West Palm Beach.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
It's the Good Greek Spiro. For the best move ever, go to goodgreek.com.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Florida Atlantic women's basketball season is here. Join head coach Jennifer Sullivan and star guards Maya Perry and Jada Moore at Eleanor R. Baldwin Arena this year for big-time college basketball action. Groups of 15 or more get in free. Single game tickets just $10. The band, the cheerleaders, the fun, the action, it's all there with Florida Atlantic women's basketball. Visit FAUsports.com for more information. Florida Atlantic Owls, winning in paradise.
My leg! I am not angry. I am in pain. My leg!
Time now for an injury report.
My head and torso! Wow, that's crazy. They hit me everywhere except my legs!
Presented by Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Go where the pros go.
My leg!
This from Ian Rappaport at Rapsheet on Twitter/X. Chiefs coach Andy Reid indicated that quarterback Patrick Mahomes, high ankle, should do some work today, and they'll see how it goes. His first big test will be on Saturday. Carson Wentz is his backup. That's your Baptist Health Orthopedic Care injury report. Mahomes still suffering from that high ankle sprain. We'll see if he's ready for Saturday. More importantly, we'll see if the Chiefs monitor this in a more cautious way so that he's good for the home stretch of the back end of the season and the playoffs. That is your Baptist Health Orthopedic Care injury report. I'm Theo Dorsey, C-Cat on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. Coley Harvey in here on Theoretically Speaking. And joining us now on the phones is actually a doctor from Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, Alex Mafdali. Dr. Mafdali, excuse me. And first and foremost, I'm curious. I know we can't talk specific player injuries. I'm a Chiefs fan. Just can you tell me generally high ankle sprains in football, how long does it typically take an athlete to get back from that?
Hey, Theo. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate the time, and thanks for the coordination.
Yeah.
Well, to answer your question, it really just depends on the severity of that high ankle sprain and what component of the ligamentous injury or the syndesmosis got injured. It is a little longer of a recovery than a typical lateral ankle sprain, and sometimes it really just depends on your rehabilitation. It could be weeks, should be under 2 months typically, but sometimes those can linger a little longer, and you want to make sure that they're well protected throughout the recovery, and starting an early range of motion recovery is ideal.
Absolutely, and again, it's not like he's running back, receiver. He's a quarterback. Maybe he can, ease off it. But again, we're not talking about specific players as we bring in here Dr. Mafdali with Baptist Health. I'm curious for you, man. We got a big bowl game coming up here tomorrow. Going to be the last game of the year for both JMU and for Western Kentucky. How do doctors or people on the team staff typically handle making sure that the athletes who are going into their last game of the year are healthy, are right for this ending of the season?
Of course, yeah. I'm very much looking forward to the Boca Bowl coming up. I'll be there myself as a liaison for both of the teams. To address the question, you really want to make sure that you have a athletic training staff that is really taking note of the injuries that you're dealing with throughout the year and how to prep them to make sure that they are the most stable for the end of the year. And really having that open communication with your athletes on where they are with their injury status, making sure that they aren't prone to suffering another injury during the last year of the game. And really just talking about how they're feeling. Do they feel stable? Do they have full range of motion? Do they have full strength? And then assess on what pathway they can get to and making sure that they're ready for the last game.
And thank you for helping out our teams, Dr. Mifdali with Baptist Health. They need y'all's assistance, and we're looking forward to seeing a good game kickoff here. I'm curious, outside of just the world of sports medicine here, I'm from Houston. I'm a Chiefs fan. My guy Coley Harvey here who joins us, he's from Atlanta. He's no longer a Falcons fan, quote unquote. He's given up that fandom, and we're allowing him to do so.
Because of the job, man.
Yeah,
I'm an objective journalist.
Quote unquote, quote unquote. Dr. Mifdali, does the job require you to stop becoming a fan of a sports team you grew up on?
That's a tough question. I think at heart, we all know where our heart, we are here for the athletes that are here to see us. And I try to keep a blanket open mind and treat everyone the same, regardless of where my affiliations or my preferences align. It's a hard part of trying to take the fan out of the doctor as you're there on the sideline. It's an important part because ultimately you want to provide an unbiased approach for them and making sure that you provide a good recovery plan for them.
So who'd you grow up rooting for?
Finns fan.
Okay, there we go.
No.
All right, much love.
I'm born and raised in Aventura, and I enjoy watching the Finns. I've been going with my family to the games since I could walk. So
Okay, yeah, so you are an actual Dolphins fan. Nice. You're with them through and through. Sorry for this season, right? Like, I guess I can say that. I mean,
it ain't over yet.
Yeah, definitely put a nail on that one the last game. But listen, the fans, you tried to through thick and thin,
Yes, absolutely, through thick and thin. That's what we need the fans for, and also the doctors for, through thick and thin. I'm curious, within the game of football, man, like, how do you feel like the NFL and even college football have done progressing towards being more safe when it comes to the concussion protocol, when it comes to head injuries and whatnot? Like, what are some of those things that have been implemented that you say, hey, you know what? That works. That's good for players.
There's been drastic changes in the care for concussion management throughout the NFL and the NCAA. If you talk to old-timers that have been playing in the league, they said they got their bell rung, they were seeing yellow, they took maybe a break from one play and got back in there. I think there's a lot more oversight from the institutions, whether it be the NFL or the NCAA, to make sure that they're unbiased eyes watching the games as well and alerting us should there be a contact to the head that may not have seen, at least letting us know that, hey, this person took this type of hit. At least check them out and talk to them, making sure how they feel and assess how they're doing and whether they're safe to get back into play. I think a lot of the emphasis is being pushed on making sure that they are symptom-free before getting back out there and adhering to a return-to-play protocol that's set up individually with each patient that you must progress through the 5-6 day protocol to ensure that you're back where you're at before you took that unfortunate hit.
Dr. Mifdali, the consummate professional who's given up his fandom to help those in need on the football field, joining us here from Baptist Health. One last one, I'm curious because, again, my guy Coley, he is a Falcons fan. And I just have to ask more generally, though, not specific to a player, but generally, Achilles injuries back in the day, they used to end folks' career, right? Like you couldn't see a person come back from it no matter the sport. Now we've seen several guys, specifically in the NFL, deal with them and return. Some of them look better than others. But for you, Dr. Mifdali, how have we progressed in that sense when it comes to returning from Achilles injuries? And what are some of the things that these athletes are struggling with the year back from it? And, why are we seeing what we're seeing right now?
I think, so one preface is I'm not a surgeon. I'm a primary care sports medicine physician. And I think a lot of the advancement that the orthopedic surgical world has had in dealing with Achilles tear management and the new advancements that they have to better tack down the tendon has been increased. I think there's better approaches, minimally invasive, and a lot more people. There's just a lot more volume that they're getting more data to show the right things to do versus the wrong things to do and how it can limit some rehabilitation down the road. But overall, these are getting addressed and getting repaired quickly. They do have a favorable return to play.
That is also going to be encouraging to fans and also athletes themselves as they try to elongate their careers, because it's a lot of money to be made on those fields and on the hardwood. Dr. Mafdali, we'll see you tomorrow out at the Boca Bowl. Appreciate everything.
Thanks, Theo. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Hope you have a great day and happy holiday.
Likewise. We appreciate it. That is Dr. Mafdali with Baptist Health joining us on the Baptist Health Hotline.
Oh,
look
at
at that. That works out.
It's amazing how that happens.
Yeah, right? You would think that maybe we have a relationship with Baptist Health. Maybe we might have something going with that squad. They're so great, and their surgeons and their primary care physicians are as well. Coley, I want to make something clear to everybody out here. You did not renounce your Falcons fandom. I don't want people to think that there's somebody in the chat here that said, "Oh, Falcons, no matter what, we can't trust him." No.
Hey, listen.
He didn't renounce it. He's a reporter.
I'm a reporter, man. Just like what Dr. Mafdali just said. Yes. That's exactly what it is for me. Yeah. I got to make sure that I'm covering all sides fairly, because I have covered the Falcons. A story that I tell a lot. Man, that was January of 2018. I will never ever forget. 2017. Excuse me.
Oh yeah.
I will never ever forget. And
whole day.
I was in Foxborough, Massachusetts, when the Atlanta Falcons were playing in Houston, Texas. Excuse me.
They sent you to Foxborough?
I was at Foxborough the night of the Super Bowl, trying to gather fan reaction, that kind of thing, and because I was doing live shots the next day, and then I was hoping that I wasn't gonna have to do parade coverage 2 days later.
No.
So sure enough, during the game, man, it was like, whoa, all these text messages from people who are not from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Talking about, whoa, what are the Falcons doing? This is incredible.
It's happening.
Oh, it's happening. all my Atlanta friends, we're quiet to each other because, again, we are from the hometown. We get it. It ain't over till it's over. We got to see all zeros on the clock. And, oh, by the way, on the other sideline is a guy named Thomas Brady.
Ooh.
And sure enough, we all know what happened by the end of that game. So I had to work at Foxborough where there was not a single other soul that was connected to the city of Atlanta.
That's tough.
So I'm just telling you,
yeah.
I'm through and through Atlanta.
Yeah, he's been through it, y'all. If that don't tell you enough, he deserves to just, he's a little callous from it. He deserves to turn off his fan brain, turn on his reporter brain, and be freed from that. I'm sure out there in Foxborough, it was a chilly
very chilly night.
And you know what? You know what else is chilly? My house, because I got EDS air conditioning and plumbing.
Oh,
Coley.
Man, look at that works.
It's cold in there when I want it to be, and it's warm when I want it to be. That temperature control is all because, well, the folks that are excellent at this are in control of my AC unit. They're your trusted AC experts in Palm Beach County. And the website is easy. You're going to love this,
I
Chloe.
love this. Let's see.
EDSisyes.com.
Oh, that's easy to remember.
EDSisyes.com. Because they are yes. And when you say yes to them and they say yes to you, guess what? You're going to be just like the over 760 different customers that reviewed them on Google that gave them a 4.8 star Google rating. You're going to be satisfied. You're going to be happy. They've been keeping you cool since 2006. 24/7 support, timely service. Book an appointment around your schedule online right now. EDSisyes.com.
Man, I wish I lived down here now.
You know what I'm saying?
I need some EDS yeses.
You know what? I know you're going to fall in love with the Palm Beaches. I know you are. So eventually when you do make your way like everybody does,
EDSisyes.com.
That'll be my Christmas gift to you. A gold plan with EDSisyes.com. Because when you have the gold plan, you get 2 checkups every year. You get 15% off repair.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
Man, you got the life down here, Theo. Come on.
EDSisyes.com. It's that simple. For all your AC and plumbing needs, EDSisyes.com. That's my guy, Coley Harvey. That's CCAT. Thank you to Baptist Health. On the other side, we have a special guest joining us as well. Some more love, some more family and friends here on Theoretically Speaking. I'm excited. On ESPN 106.3.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
There's something about the people of Florida that makes us go the extra mile. At FPL, we're working every single day to ensure you have electricity you can count on, using cost-effective, diverse energy sources to deliver reliable electricity while keeping bills as low as possible. For nearly a century, FPL has been here, working for you every single day. See how at fpl.com/value.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with Hank and Sam from the Ford crew. Today, a new shipment of inventory.
Hank, what's going on?
Another hauler full of new Ford trucks and SUVs, Sam.
So much SUV capability. Is that?
Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 47 years. And a big selection means...
Big savings?
Yep, which means...
It's the best time to buy?
Well done, Sam. And time for America to get holiday ready with Ford.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY Industry reported total sales.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
This must be what it felt like when those Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2020, they pulled up to the locker room for training camp. They said, "Oh man, I heard we got a new quarterback coming in. I heard we got a new QB out here, man. Who is it? Thomas Brady." And then we go win the Super Bowl. That's what it feels like right here on Theoretically Speaking as C-Cat's on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. I'm Theo Dorsey, and the voice you hear chuckling, that's Freddie Coleman.
What's going on, brother? How are you?
That's Freddie Coleman right here doing Theoretically. This is the day that I'm never going to forget today. We did the luncheon earlier.
Yes, we did.
Now we're doing radio. Freddie, appreciate you pulling up on us.
Are you kidding me? I was not going to refuse an invitation like this, my brother.
Yeah, now people are going to realize just how wimpy and weak my voice sounds. Yeah. Every now and then people are like,
Christian, is that what we're doing with him now? Is that what's going on?
Yes.
Every now and then people are like, yo, you have a really good voice. I see why you do radio. You got a really good voice.
Uh-huh.
And then Freddie Coleman talks. And then I feel small. I feel small once again.
There's no way you should feel small. Not at all, Theo.
Thank you so much for joining us. You're here because of the Boca Raton Bowl tomorrow.
Yeah.
Your first impressions of Palm Beach County. You've told me already, but I need the people to hear it.
I tell you what, I mean, my wife and I, Denise and I, have had a chance to come down here and been down here for about a little bit more than 24 hours. And we can clearly see why a lot of people love living in this area, having entertainment in this area, want to work in this area, because just the vibe in Palm Beach and West Palm Beach, it's just absolutely terrific. I was teasing Evan Cohen the other day. I said, why do you keep going down there so much? And now I know why he makes it a point to try to be down here, if not once a month, at least once every other month, because this is the kind of place you can clearly fall in love with, because a lot of people really give this place a great vibe.
It is like, it's paradise. That's what we call it. It's paradise. Life in paradise is great. When I first came here, I thought, I'll do a couple of years here. ESPN West Palm sounds good. I bought a home. I'm married. I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm in Palm Beach County, living in paradise.
I can clearly see why, because even looking at the faces of the Western Kentucky and James Madison players today, Theo, they were looking around and said, man, if our campus was here. And I said, well, I've seen the campus of James Madison in Harrisonburg, Virginia.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful campus. Nice. And the same thing with WKU, Western Kentucky, and Bowling Green, Kentucky. But they were amazed at so many different things. I think they were looking around at the talent in Florida, saying that this is not what it looks like in Bowling Green and this is not what it looks like in Harrisonburg. So that may have turned their heads a little bit too.
A lot of talent. Football and otherwise, a lot of talent in Florida. Great place to live. Great place to be. Anytime you're anywhere under the sun is great. Freddie, you You seem to be a level-headed guy. You're always positive and optimistic. Am I a bad guy for thinking the Falcons need to go ahead and bench Kirk Cousins and put Penix in the game? I'm sick of watching that offense like that.
Well, you're not the only one because I guarantee you Harry Douglas, my normal co-host, he is not part of the Kirk Cousins fan club anymore because when they first got him, he's like, that's my quarterback. That's on my team. He's doing all the screeching. Now he wants some screeching his you-know-what out of there at the quarterback position. The problem with that is you got 40 million reasons why you're not going to bench him because why would you go pay him that kind of contract if you're going to bench him? But you look at a guy that looks like he clearly has no idea how to get this offense to a kind of a rhythm, and you have to survive and end of the game stand by your defense to knock the ball out of bounds. Then I have a terrible loss to the Las Vegas Raiders. So I know Michael Penix Jr. may be, quote-unquote, a freshman in the NFL, but he's worldly enough that even with the playoffs right around the corner, you may want to say this is our quarterback of not of the future, but of the now. We can't wait any longer in Atlanta.
You can't. Like, the Buccaneers are only a game ahead of you right now.
And they're white hot on offense the way they're playing.
Yes, they're not going to be dropping games they shouldn't. The Falcons might, just like they did last night against the Raiders, if Kirk Cousins is a shell of himself like it seems he is. Our guy Devontae, who's one of our best fans, he adds a lot to the show. He's a Falcons fan himself. He puts in the chat here, the legend, the smoothest voice on the radio. I told you, man. Look, I might as well just cut my mic off and let you go.
Let's not do that. No. Let's not do that, my friend.
We only got like 5 minutes left in the show anyway. Freddie Coleman here joining us on ESPN 106.3. This is the light. This is great. You have told me, too, because of your impression of Palm Beach County, there's a chance we might get more Freddie appearances down the line.
That's going to be more than a chance.
Yeah.
More than a chance, my friend. I can promise you that.
And that's the thing. And every time you come by, we're going to make sure you at least drop in here to the Evan Cohen Studios. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, believe me.
Yeah.
I can't wait to talk about that on his morning show with him, Chris Canty, Michelle Swan. So I didn't realize that you were large like that. Your name is on the actual studio at ESPN West Palm.
Dog. Like, every time I walk in here to work today, like I'm on the Fighting Irish and got to tap the Think Like a Champion sign. It's the Evan Cohen studio.
DJ like a champion today.
Yeah.
That should be underneath that.
Yeah, absolutely.
DJ like a champion.
No, Theo, I don't appreciate how you're booking Freddie. Like, when we go to Aruba or the Bahamas on vacation, like we're not going to hop into a studio and hop on for a half hour.
You're right.
Like, when it comes down to Palm Beach County, I feel like there's a lot of things that Freddie would like to do, not his job.
But this is one of them. This is one of them.
He enjoys this.
Exactly.
20-plus years at ESPN. How many years in radio in general?
Oh, my goodness. I got started in radio long before you were born back in 1988. So I've been a part of this business literally 37, 38 years.
Doing it. Like, he loves this. You don't stick around. You don't stick around. You know this business now, CK. You don't stick around this long if you don't love it.
All right, fair enough.
Come on. Come on.
Aruba, Bahamas, West Palm Beach, Bristol, you name it.
Wherever it is. And also, you've heard Freddie and Harry. That's a party. That ain't no damn radio show.
You ain't lying.
They just having fun. They're just talking.
We're so juvenile. At a certain point, we're going to get called in the principal's office. They may not let us in.
Right. Like, that's a lot of fun. You're not clocking into work every day. No. Y'all are actually kicking it.
We really are.
Which is really great. Freddie, I'm going to tell a quick story.
Go ahead.
Because I wanted to get this off with you here on Theoretically Speaking. Our first time meeting in person was, what was that, February?
Barrett Sports Media.
Barrett Sports Media, And I had the delight to be able to meet you. Our guy, Evan Cohen, knew I was a big fan of your work in radio and on your show and whatnot, so he introduced us, and we chopped it up. Now, before we did get our introduction, and you were so great and nice to me, I told Evan, hey, a couple times I was a guest.
Exactly.
I was a guest with Freddie Coleman on radio to talk some Miami Heat, which is true.
Completely true.
A producer texted me, and they said, what time are you good? Chris Mitchell, there we go. Said, what time are you available? I gave him a time after the Heat win, and we talked on game night.
Absolutely.
Multiple times in those Heat playoff runs. And then when we talked, apparently, I don't know if it's your fault or Evan's fault, but for some reason.
It's Evan's fault. It's not my fault.
Evan keeps on telling everybody I just called into your show.
That's just not how that happened. Now, he can say, well, technically you called in, but he conveniently left that a part of being a guest.
I was a guest. I was booked. And actually, Chris called me.
Exactly.
My phone rang.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
He'll come correct tomorrow.
We'll straighten up Evan. Yeah, that's right. Evan's in town. He'll be there for the Boca Bowl tomorrow as well, so that'll be fun. I just had to clear the air on the radio because he's told this story on radio too.
Yeah, but now he got name checked.
Now he's getting name checked off the rip. We started this show off by Coley Harvey admitting that when I texted him this week, I saw Coley was going to be on the sideline. I said, oh, Coley, what's up, man? You coming to Palm Beach County? I said, who's this?
Oh, wow.
So we started off with Coley telling the people that.
He didn't say new number who this? He did that to you?
Knew this to me.
Oh,
and then like 30 minutes later, he texted me back, said, "Oh, this is Theo. I remember now." So we're going to check him. But we know that Freddie Coleman always keeps it G.
No doubt.
Appreciate you pulling up, man. This
My
is
pleasure,
Theoretically Speaking. That's Freddie Coleman. Thanks to Coley Harvey, Baptist Health, and all of the people that have joined today. That's CCAT. Go in love, go in peace, go enjoy.
Let's be honest. If your performance in the bedroom feels more like uh-oh than whoa, you're not alone. But don't worry, we've got just the thing for you. Hexus MD's new performance